Next up, at UFC London, we have a battle of the ladies. We got Shauna Mama B Bannon taking on Puja Tomar. Shauna Bannon, 6-1 in her young career, 4-1 in her last 5. She's coming off her first ever UFC win, taking on Puja Tomar. 9-4 in her career, 5-0 in her last 5. She's coming off a win in her UFC debut. Shauna Bannon, she's a striker. She's got that traditional martial arts background. She likes to come forward. She likes the pressure. She does seem to force things, right? It doesn't seem to come naturally to her. She doesn't flow smoothly. She does rely on that pressure, on the forward progress to try to make something happen. She's incredibly tough. She's seemingly pretty strong, and she's coming off that decision loss to Alice Ardeline, where she landed more total strikes, but she was getting pushed around, taken down, and she did give up 6 minutes of control time. You made that weird noise. Why'd you make the noise?
Didn't make any noise, Angelo. Maybe
thought so.
Drink of water.
It's funny. I have club soda, which is water with bubbles, and then just a tiny bit of tequila in here. I can drink that.
What kind of tequila are you drinking?
This. It's the best.
Tequila
My Ecuadorian friend, who you've seen in the vlogs, Francis, says this is the best tequila for the money at that price point.
What's the price
point? I don't remember. It lasts a long time. I don't.
$69.99 on that thing?
No way. That wasn't $70, was it? That'd be kind of. Seems like a lot. I don't know.
$42?
I don't know. Search it. Espolón. That's how you have to say it into Siri. She's taking on Puja Tomar. Puja Tomar is an aggressive striker. She loves to come forward. She will bring the fight to her opponents. Every single strike she throws is with intent. Nothing is soft. Nothing is light. She just bombs away. Everything is either in the pocket. With the noises again. Everything
you
is
said in the poxic.
I was saying in the pocket, and you
I'm
said
not the one struggling. I'm good to go. You're
I
the one
said
slurring and
it is.
You don't know where you're at, and
things are spiraling. But as I was saying in the pocket, you said and it threw me off a little bit. She will fight inside the pocket. Everything that she does is intense. She definitely does have some grappling holes, though. She can be taken down. She can be controlled. She can even be submitted. She is the first ever female Indian fighter in the UFC, and she's got a massive fan base because of that. She's fun to watch, good looking, all the things. I said fan base.
Oh, I didn't know. I heard massive something.
Yeah, you got okay. She is coming off that quote unquote win over Ryan Amanda, where she basically just backed up through one kick at a time. There was that exchange that's going for that 20-second exchange where she's like yelling and screaming and going. That wasn't the fight. That was just a small little window of time there. This is one of those fights where everybody's going to be like, the UFC stinks now. Look at the. If this was at the Apex, people would use this fight to be like, UFC sucks now. This actually will be an entertaining fight. Shauna Bannon's going to come forward. Puja should be able to come forward. And they're just going to meet in the middle.
You?
They're just going to. The UFC?
Yeah, the UFC marketing team. How much you get to promote this fight?
They're just going to meet in the middle.
I didn't see that check because I'll give it to you straight. Go ahead.
They're going to meet in the middle. They're going to get after it. Nobody's going to finish anybody here. And this is a 50-50 fight. I cannot believe that we have an almost 2-1 favorite in this matchup. That makes no sense whatsoever. I am going to slightly lean Shauna Bannon. And I'll tell you why, and then I'll tell you why maybe it wasn't a good idea. I'm not from England. Okay, I'm going off the feedback from the comments. In my mind, it was like, listen, Ireland, I understand, is not England, but it's close enough. They're going to treat them like their own
They
fans.
hate each other.
Yeah, but some of them do because of the war. But now it's all kind of the same thing. Shauna's going to come forward. She's going to stay busy. She does just move forward and make stuff happen. Puja's going to throw a whole bunch of kicks. I just assumed this would be like insanely razor thin. And the judges would be like, all right, Shauna got a louder pop from the crowd. But everybody let me know, like, no, dude. There's more Indians than there are Irish people in the UK. Puja's going to get the pop from the crowd. Because I do think...
Puja.
Well, I'm not saying that. If it is louder on the Puja side, then it's going to go that way. To me, this is genuinely a 50-50 fight. They're both going to move forward. They're both going to get after it. Neither one of them are particularly dangerous. Shauna has the potential to get a takedown or two, and Puja has the takedown defense issue. So I am going to go the Shauna side, but like this is way closer than these odds. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, honestly, and this might be a little bit graphic, and this might be a little bit forward or whatever, but anybody betting Shauna Bannon at minus 180, I think you should be shot in the head. Just quite frankly, I believe that is what should happen to you, because I do think this is going to be a close fight. This is both just girls just trading side kicks for 15 minutes, occasionally throwing hands, both of them doing So maybe if you're by yourself on the couch, you close your eyes for 15 minutes and picture yourself in a different situation. You know, you're probably going to hear John Gooden's dumbass saying some dumbass shit. But if you can work in between that with the you might be able to work something off. I'm going Puja here because I think she's just going to be the more aggressive of the two. She just seems like that type. She seems a little bit nastier. Honestly, with her kicks, she seems a little bit louder. Both of these girls are kind of coming off, gifted decisions. But in my opinion, Puja fought much better competition than fucking Alice Ardeline. I told you guys when she was fighting fucking Melissa Mullins, Alice Ardeline was a fucking joke of a fighter. I don't even know how the fuck she even got in the UFC. So going to a borderline loss split against Alice Ardeline, even if you're fighting Puja, being minus 200 or minus 180 is fucking ridiculous. I actually just put a bet in premium on Puja. You can see what that is. It's a very small bet, but I think it's decent value here, and I think she wins anyway just because she's louder and moves forward.
There we go. I agree with you, except I went on the other side, but I do think this is just wildly close. This is an insanely close fight. If Puja's the one moving forward screaming, nice try, then she'll win. If Shauna Bannon is the one moving forward and sneaks in a takedown, then she'll win. I think the only real skill gap here, because I think they're almost identical.
Do you like Indian food?
I love Indian food.
What's your favorite Indian food?
I'm very white, so chicken masala. I'm not gonna eat like the fucking. If I can't pronounce the name and it's not chicken with butter, I'm not doing it.
I had Indian food one time. I think I told the story before, but it might have been the last time she fought, honestly. But I've had Indian food one time because a girl that I was dating wanted to go eat Indian, and if a girl wants to do anything, I'm like, all right, well, I guess let's fucking do it. So went to an Indian place and had some, and it was an authentic Indian place, and I was like, oh. This shit's fucking disgusting. It's just everything's just drenched in sauce. It's like fucking just give me chicken. Why does that have to be just soaked in everything?
I'm all good with soaked in sauces. I love it. And rice. Actually, I love the concept of Indian food.
Have you been soaking your
Okay. The concept of Indian food.
I know that Tiffany's probably not going to check up on you like she should because she's a little bit embarrassed about the situation, but I just from friend to friend, have you been soaking it the way the doctor told you to soak it? 30 minutes a night, warm water?
I was in a
little soap?
I was in a water park for the last 48 hours.
You didn't get that water, that public water, did you?
I did, yeah. Soaked. There's a lot of chlorine. It killed it all off. Everything's killed. I do love the concept. While we're speaking of Indian food, I love the general concept of Indian food. Rice, the meat, sauces, and then the bread to scoop it all up. Love it. That's how, dude, I'll eat spaghetti sandwiches when my mom makes dinner. She'll make spaghetti, and then I'll carve out the inside of a bread and just shove the spaghetti inside the bread. Just eat that like a hero. So I do like Indian food. Mushy.
It's a gyro.
What the fuck are you talking about? I like gyros too. What the fuck did you just say that for? If you guys want to become a premium member, you can now.
I watched you eat a fucking gyro in the,
dude, I ate a gyro
corner of a building like a rat.
New York
dude couldn't fucking wait. Oh my god, dude. I mean, it is kind of the one thing that was surprising. So I went to visit Angelo, and he lived in Connecticut. We took the train to New York City. Longer train ride than I expected, right? I mean, you feel like you should be right there, but in my opinion, I just
an hour.
Yeah, I mean, it stops along the way, whatever it is. We're not off the train. I mean, that had been 3-4 minutes. And Angelo, I mean, literally Angelo, we get off the train and he goes like this. Like, we don't even see it, but it's like you can't even hear anything going on. He's like, we got to, and it just starts walking as he's talking. I'm like, I'm about to be lost. I'm about to be home alone, lost in New York. I've never been here before. And the guy just starts wondering, like, we gotta, oh my God, lamb. Oh my God, they got lamb gyros. Oh my God. And literally is like in a half, like fat man, can't really run, but he can't really walk because he's excited about it. Waddling over there to get a gyro. He gets this gyro, can't wait. He goes around the building and he's like, so like, already halfway through this thing. He backs up. I have a picture. I'll try to find it. Backs up into this building behind a sign so he can, like a rat, like nobody can watch him eat, while food is falling out of this gyro. The fork is on the floor, just sitting there. That thing is gone. 46 seconds. He's like, all right, let's go. And we continue our tour across New York City.
We walked about 20 miles that day, so God forbid I power up. God forbid I power up.
We're off the train in 3 minutes. At the 4-minute mark, he has a gyro in his hands. At the 5-minute mark, the gyro is gone, and we are continuing our walk. It was a 2.5-minute process.
The worst part about this is it's almost an entirely true story.
I'll find the picture. I know I saw the picture.
He does. He has a picture of me eating a gyro in the corner of a building like a street rat. That is, I did eat it like a street rat. But that's because dude, there's no tables. It's New York fucking City, dude. There are no tables. You eat where you can
usually
eat.
It's like, no, usually it is you as you're
this
casually
is an
walking.
outdoor street
I know,
festival.
usually as you're just casually walking, you're eating, but he's like, I can't walk. I got to get this down. That was what it was. It's like, what do you mean? Let's just walk it. No, I got to stop, and I got to put this thing down.
Dude, I love a good gyro. They're putting a gyro place in across the street. Actually, here, Jacob, I saw Kaue was in the chat. Can you answer a question
Look, that's
for
the
me?
first time I went to New York City. We didn't do I was sitting in Queens.
Was that Jack's Pizza? Yeah, Jack's Pizza.
Sitting in Queens with a New York slice, baby.
Yeah. I have a question for you to settle a debate with my neighbor. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, here we go. Can't wait for this. How gay
So
are you?
I don't want to. I'm not trying to dox myself.
Would you put it all the way in, or just?
I'm not trying to dox myself. So follow along.
Okay.
So you know where I live, obviously,
right?
And you know there's the front of the neighborhood. There's a street, and then the back of the neighborhood.
Right.
There's the big doings in the back of the neighborhood, and then there's another street. Right.
Right.
There's no public road between my house and the front of the neighborhood or the back, just neighborhood roads. They're putting in a brand new donut shop in the back across the street.
Mochi donuts? I had mochi donuts for the first time.
I forget the name. They're unbelievable though.
Here, I found the picture. And you guys think, I'm telling you, I wasn't making it up. Nothing I said was an exaggeration in the fucking slightest at all. This is Angelo 5 minutes after we get off a fucking train that we've been on, you would have thought for fucking days. Hidden behind a sign in a bush, and look at the ground. I even said the fork is on the ground. There's shit all over the ground. This is not a fucking joke. Look at this guy. We gotta stop. You guys thought I was making that shit up. I couldn't pull my phone out fast enough. And at this point, I had only known Angelo like a couple years, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is gonna work. It was incredible. I mean, it was. I felt like I was at the zoo. Is the best way I can describe it. Like, I took out my phone, like, wow, look at this thing, huh? What do you think this thing is? Right? When you're at the zoo and you see an animal, but they don't have a sign, and you're like kind of looking, he's in the bushes, you're like, what is that thing? That's what I felt like. You hiding behind that sign.
It was that was a delicious gyro. All right, I'll ask the question. This is going long. I'll ask the question. Shipley's is the name of the donut place. I'll ask the question next breakdown. God, I do want to solve this debate. No, dude, you can't beat New York pizza. Everybody here's like, oh, you're from Connecticut. There's a good pizza. No, it's nothing you're going to say to me. None of it's going to be good. It won't be bad because pizza is pizza, but none of it's going to be good.
We're looking at old pictures here, huh?
Angelo Chestnut.
Holy shit.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. All right,
Chef Curry, baby.
Okay. We got to move
Chef
on.
Curry, baby.
I can't even promote.
I'm from Indiana, baby.
I see the meth.